Good morning, everyone. My name is Beatrice. I work as a nature-based solution consultant at AXA Climate. And I was part of the coordination team. I'm still part of the coordination team for SWIFTT with Ariane that just moderated the previous session. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. We heard in the previous session some advantages of remote sensing, some issues with data quality. So it's a good segue now to talk to foresters and understand how they use this satellite-based technology, if it's helpful for them, in what way, how they manage the sanitary threats on their plots day to day and for the long term. And so for this reason, we have here Sylvestre, Xenia, and online we have Yuris and Arnaud. Can you hear us?
Yes.
And the second yes? Do we have Yuris and Arnaud?
Yes.
Both of you? Okay. Thank you.
Both, yeah.
Thank you very much. The aim of this roundtable is really to discuss with foresters, understand what their challenges are, your methods. So let's start from Yuris. Yuris is online. He's the head of forest management planning for Riga Smetsi in Latvia. He's also developing innovative solutions like new methods to evaluate ecosystem services and satellite-based remote sensing methods to manage the forest. We have Sylvestre Ruder here, who is the CEO of Forestry France. It's a family-owned cabinet, more than a century old, if I'm not mistaken. So they are dedicated to helping with the sustainable forest management. They offer forest inventory, operational management, and we're going to be happy to hear more about it later. Then we have Xenia here with us. She's head of environmental risk assessment at Argonaut. It's a company that deals with forest intelligence using remote sensing, LiDAR, and other analytical tools to deliver forest with inventories for the forest and operational management as well. Then our forester online is Arnaud de Grave. He's a forester in France working at Eco Palimpsest. So he's helping clients with forest management from a computer engineering and sustainability perspective. So as you can see, we have many different perspectives. So I would suggest to start with some questions and analyze how you use satellite-based data. We're going to start with you, Sylvestre. Can you talk a bit about the forest health issues that you encounter in France and how you monitor them on a day-to-day basis and how you use satellite-based data? How does it provide value to you? I know it's a lot, but I'm sure you have a lot of insights. Yeah. No.
Maybe this one.
Okay. Thank you. Let's just use this.
Thank you. So, good morning to everyone, and happy to be there this morning with the team. I am in total confidence with the quality of the team with us, Quentin, Ariane. I'm happy to be with you this morning and with all partners from the SWIFTT team. I believe in what you say, Ariane, at the beginning of the conference. It means that all together stronger. And we need every day now tools, and satellite is one of forest tools we use every day. You have seen I was a family company which is 100 years old, so we have tested many tools in forest, and I just follow with 30 years now in forest. Our tool became so useful for us every day in the management of forest. And satellite is now a common tool for our team every day. We have 100 guys and girls everywhere in forest in France, but or in other countries. We have a partner in the States, we have partners in Brazil, Uruguay, UK, and our team is involved to work every day in European forest. We follow asset for institutional clients, family offices, and families or industrial companies who ask for us to follow the forest asset. And to be there to follow every day the capacity of the disease and to understand how they react and how we have to follow it for the management. We need to go fast. Quentin from AXA Climate explained we have to go fast. It's not just for insurance, for example, but it is too. It is because of disease. We have a disease where we have to go fast to follow it and to be able to restore the forest. We have the capacity to follow for some of them with low decline, but how to react. All species are now able to be followed by a satellite image and tools. The level of quality is not always at the top. It's why we need to work together and we need to go on together to make the tool to be better every day. But just to give you some samples, just with the test we have made with SWIFTT, we can have a very good result on conifers and on spruce. It is now useful for us to use it every day for this species. You have heard about nematode now in south of France and Portugal. The game is serious, so we have to imagine a good tool to follow it. Satellite give us a good answer to follow this kind of cries. You see too that now we have, for example, in Central Europe and France, disease with oak, and the way is for us to follow it too. So we now have good results on this kind of system. So it is common use for us now every day to have satellite image and treatment. And you know, the forester now is not just a guy who projects the management of forest for the next 10 or the next 20 years when we have to organize our management plan. A management plan is data who change every day, because we have to follow this climate change, which is much more violent as we imagined at the beginning. It's go fast, so we have to change, we have to move the model for economical reason, for sanitary reason. Every day we have to follow and to change our management, and to react on the ground. And if we want to be stronger on the ground, if we want to react much more on the model, we have to be online with your model and your tools every day. So this is, I don't want to be too long this morning, but this is my first message. Jean explains much more on detail where we are working now on R&D with other partners in the ground with us today. We need to keep always a good contact between technology and the ground, because if we want technology to be able to be used by the ground guy, we need to find a simple model or a useful model. So it's why I am happy to be with Team Track today to explain them, and they know this is their idea and how to put a good tool on the ground too and to follow it every day. So being confident. You know, I often finished my speech just to show my iPhone. Never forget that this tool has been invited by a guy. I've been built for a guy in forest. When it was a game between the Swedish forest and Finnish forest, they were working with Nokia and Ericsson to find a good tool to go in forest. And now it is always every day in all pockets in the world. And it came from forest. So don't forget it. Satellite now is an incredible tool to help forest management. We need it. We love forest. We manage forest, and we need forest. So these tools is really strong, and we need incredible energy to develop it together, because the size of research is high, and we need to be strong and to work on a good team as you do this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's extremely helpful. So I think it would be interesting to hear some other country perspective. So Juris, you help to manage large forest areas in and around Riga in Latvia. So what are on your side the critical forest health issues that you see every day?
Yeah, let's start about critical forest health issues. In just one figure, in the last year, at the first quarter of the year, sanitary cutting amount in our company was half of all cubic meters. So it's a real problem here in Latvia, according to spruce bark beetle. But about remote sensing, what we can use uh, in Latvia, we have a very strong information systems database for forest inventory. For each forest compartment, we have database in state forests, and foresters they are using from remote sensing data. They are using most orthophoto imagery and lidar data. But you know that orthophoto imagery and lidar data it's produced once per 3 or 5 years, and between them we have less remote sensing information. Yes, foresters know about satellite imagery. Some companies providing cloud-free mosaic imagery for country, but the foresters have limited experience in field of satellite data analysis, and if they are using orthophoto imagery, they maybe um, they not trust satellite imagery. That's just if we are using, for example, 0.5 square meter orthophoto imagery, they do not trust for remote sensing satellite data that is just 10-meter resolution. So yes, they need really one tools that analyze the compartments for them. Not there are no time for looking for satellite imagery. You can find as foresters from France showing this damaged trees from orthophoto imagery, but you need to look on the images. So you need to ready one tool that do their job for that analysis for you. So yeah, that's why we are in this project, and of course we need to know our own forests areas because. As Laura mentioned, in our forests, main tree species is pine. Uh, but we need to provide some and produce some risk analysis maps from state forest inventory data where we can find this damage from satellite imagery because maybe because it's wasting of time if if we analyze all the 62,000 hectares. We need to go with this local analysis exactly where is the risk areas in this spruce bark beetle. Yeah, so and we are looking for cost efficiency and risk-based analysis, and that is how that is in a pocket for every forester with the help of this mobile app. Yeah, that's short from Latvian side.
Thank you very much. No, that's indeed very interesting. The part about cost efficiency of monitoring these forests. So Arnaud, um, on your side, you're a forestry manager in France, and what information do you use? Oh, hello. What information do you use daily in your forest management? What's more valuable to you? And do you use satellite, obviously?
I do.
Yeah.
I mostly use the satellite imagery when I prepare my interventions, when I prepare the cartography first before going to the forest. I work mostly in the northeast of France, and we've had the bark beetle infestation, as you know, and my main issue with that is the satellite imagery that we can access is usually too old, or we don't know exactly when we get the image, and it's very difficult to be proactive. It's okay to be reactive, but it's difficult to be proactive. But I don't manage a lot of land and very large plots, so for me it's mostly it's mostly being really well prepared when I go, so I don't lose much time going around and looking for things. And what's very important for me in the ground is that the tools that I can use, they must be offline. I must be able to prepare before, because in like maybe 75% of the time there's like no network there. I need to be able to have everything on my phone when I go there. Obviously, as Sylvestre said, that we have this thing in our pocket all the time. It can be a little bit tricky depending on the weather, but there are tricks to be able to keep on using those things. But mostly, yeah, being able to have all the data you need before going there and having them with you, and having data which is time dependent and fairly accurate and recent. Yeah, because it does no. I mean, of course, it's good to know that there was an infestation or clear cut or wind throw 2 years ago. You know, obviously, it's useful, but most of the time we know that. But having something that can tell us, look, you have to go there because those trees start to be red, and there's a strong possibility that in the next month you will have an infestation and something needs to be done. That's really, really useful for me.
Okay, great. So the data that you're talking about that you need before going is the type of problem that could be there, obviously location. What else do you need to see before actually, when you're planning an intervention?
The type of issues that we will have to encounter on the field is important. The size of it, but I really insist on the fact that it's a timely problem.
Yeah.
If you don't have pictures or information in less than 6 months, maybe it's mostly useless.
Yeah. Super interesting to know also as the part of the coordinator team for SWIFTT.
Because when I create my cartography before or after, I use, of course, the satellite imagery I can find with Google Earth or whatever, and also the LIDAR model from France, the height model and terrain model. That's useful to prepare, but that's something that's from the past, and we need to be able to envision and be very. A bark beetle can kill your forest in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So if you know what happened a year ago, it's too late.
Perfect. And now, thank you, Arnaud. We move on to Ksenia. You're a bit of a different profile, I would say, versus the profiles that we've looked at so far. So you work at Arbonaut. I hope I pronounce it correctly.
Yes, correctly.
So it's a company that, as we said before, offers forest intelligence thanks to a plethora of tools, LiDAR, remote sensing, other analytics that you do. From your perspective, talking to your clients, what are the information that they need and that they value a lot? And maybe if you want to explain a bit more about how you do it, would be also helpful.
Yeah, thank you for the question, and I think it started to be a small introduction to LiDAR as well from previous speaker. We've been in remote sensing business more than 30 years, and we serving customers from a wide range of customers, from big harvesting companies that are managing hundreds of thousands hectares to small forest private owners, managers with several hundred hectares in management, but not surprisingly, but they have the same requirement. Data should be accurate, operational, accurate, of course, timely, and and also spatial accuracy should be the same, and it should be consistent. So, we work in close cooperation with our customers, and as a basis like of everything in like daily operations as well as like forest inventory, where we've been let's say pioneers to use LiDAR data in Finland. We start using it at the beginning of 2000. So basically we integrate LiDAR data, satellite data, and field measurements to get like reliable inventory results. What is usually foresters use, like height, diameter, species, volume, other parameters, and then basically this is like basic for forest management planning. Then yeah, basically it's need to be easy readable map, and that forest managers can take decision where they need to go, if it's like, and which kind of operations need to be done, if it's like tending, thinnings, or final fellings. So basically, yes, for planning purpose, yes, previous speakers said already, they need to know like where to go, and then like how to access, basically how to access this site. And when execution stage is coming, it's so important, for example, for harvesting companies to know what is terrain conditions and what is accessibility, because and LiDAR data allow to see like slope, because we're creating like high resolution digital terrain model, and we can basically forest operator can access like if there's some obstacles or there is some slopes or wet area, so difficult condition to forest, so it has like economical to avoid economical loss and machine like downtime. So and basically, yeah, also like combination of satellite and LiDAR data, it's been proven to have to be cost efficient. For example, in Finland, price like in traditional inventory method, price used to be around like 20-25 euros per hectare, and then after implementation, after many years of like analysis and seeing how is it, it's actually went down to 3 or 6 euros per hectare, so which is quite significant reduction in price per hectare as well. So yeah, basically, yeah, needs are quite similar, and it has different scale from like planning phase to operational phase. And in our experience, yeah, we've been experimenting with different remote sensing data, and yeah, I think it's combination of those data is needed. It was said before, of course, LiDAR is getting outdated fast, but we are happy that satellite data is here, and we can update like LiDAR data based on like available Sentinel data and other variety of satellite data. Yeah, this.
Well, thank you very much. Super interesting, especially the price point that you gave like significant reduction. So we're a bit out of time, but I would still like to ask all four of you a question. Maybe let's restart from you, Ksenia. So what could make satellite-based data and tools more helpful for foresters? What's the next frontier? And it's the same questions for all four of you.
I think, yeah, satellite data, we have already a lot of diversity of satellite data. It just need to be clear and like actionable, easily readable for clients, for forest managers, that they don't need to choose which kind of data they need to use. They just need like clear maps, clear indications, alerts, etc. Like how it can be used in practice. I think this is important, because diversity of sensors and satellite data, it's already quite a lot. Yeah, this is my perspective.
Thank you. Arnaud? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. For me, I would say that most of the people I know and myself, we have a tendency to use like normal light photography from satellite. We very seldom look at infrared or other things like that, because first of all, they are less accessible, and also because we don't always know exactly how to interpret it. So that could be very useful to have a model that can interpret for us different kind of data that we are not used to it a lot. And again, I'm sorry, I will insist on that, something which is updated regularly. It's so difficult to find. Sometimes just finding the date of your picture is difficult, and that's for me the number one issue. Knowing when the picture has been taken, it's so important.
Yeah.
Of course, for small managers like myself, I mean, I manage maybe 400, 500 hectares for different people. The price of actual updated high quality images is too high for us. So if we can manage to have something packaged and cost efficient, that of course always helpful.
Thank you, Arnaud. Yuris, what do you think could make the satellite tools more helpful for foresters?
I think, as I said, if these tools are working for foresters, and maybe it's you need not to draw some polygons on the map, but just say like for ChatGPT, please give me analysis for my property in that place. So yeah, more efficient this tool.
Thank you, Yuris. Sylvestre.
I think one of strong element for us, which is important, is that we will manage more and more mixed forest too, because this is a model we hope for the future for the forest to be strong for the future. So we need to find tools who are able to work on a mixed forest model. It can be broadleaves and conifers mixed and many species. France or Belgium are good countries to explain the model and to show how not easy it is to be able to follow the difference between broadleaves species. So this is, I think, the main issue for us, is to be able to go on better on step on the level of quality. We have to follow over multifunctional issues for forestry, biodiversity, carbon, for example. So this is another step. We can ask for satellite to give answer for us too. This is the main ideas I have to propose this morning, but every day we use it and we find new tools and new helps. For example, some nurseries ask for us now to follow their quality of planting, to see how the reaction, if it is on the ground after 1 year, after 2 years, to see if the growth is on the way. So we have many use and new use every day on the forest management. And as we are not with schools today, I wanted to say too that we need to develop some universities are there this morning, but engineer schools I have seen from company in university from Hanover, for example. But I think we need to keep on now on a strong contact with schools too, because to put them on a high level, and we open our companies open new jobs with new profiles of foresters, and it is an opportunity too for us to open the doors on the forest management, on the forest world, with a new project manager, with and a new other experiences through satellites, image or tools. We have now, for example, people we were working with medical image, and they go to satellites because they have over experience. It's very interesting, and we see that they have the capacity to work with a new idea and new models. So welcome for all opportunities to give a higher level of result.
Thank you. Very interesting indeed, the cross skills between these fields that can help innovate a different field. So it was a pleasure to speak to
can I add one little thing, please?
Yeah, of course, with pleasure.
Something that popped in my mind right now is that it's really important to have a platform which we can use on the phone in the field and on the computer at home. But we don't need on the phone to have something with very high quality pictures, very fast update. We need something robust on the field, and the power, the analysis. It's enough to have it on our computer at the office. I don't think we need to have super powerful analysis when we are in the field. It's more in the preparation phase that it's important. And I say that because sometimes I was not able to bring data to the SWIFTT project from when I was doing stuff on the field with my phone. And then switching then to the computer at home on the browser, it was sometimes very difficult. So I would really like to have something which is separated into something very efficient on the field and then more powerful at home at the office.
Something to take in consideration for the technology companies working in the field. Thank you. We're gonna close it here. But yeah, it was great to speak to you, to hear more about the need for fast, efficient tools that are also cost efficient, and as Xenia said, can achieve a 5-time reduction in the price. So that would be the ideal, the best case scenario. We don't have time for Q&A, but your speakers are here today, so you can ask them any questions.
And we're going to have the break now, so
yes,
it's a perfect moment to ask also questions.
Exactly. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure to speak to you and an honor to moderate this.
Thank you.